got a little bit different video real quick that I wanted to show y'all. I went to TJMaxx this week, and if you have a TJMaxx near you, you need to go hit the TJMaxx. You know, that's the kind of store where in any given year they get bundles of good stuff, and then you're never going to see it again probably there. I found a real pretty ring one time that was 14 karat gold, and I've never seen that style of jewelry in there again. Even though they carry some gold stuff, it's not nearly what they used to carry years ago. And you know, sometimes it's different brands of shoes, and sometimes it's different brands of soaps. And right now, I don't remember ever seeing the selection of frames at the TJMaxx that I have seen. I went looking for a gift, a fur blanket, because let me tell you, fur blankets are the best gift you can give somebody, maybe with some fuzzy socks, and then you've got like the perfect gift for, you know, under $30, sometimes maybe under $40 if you get the really nice blankets. And so I'm like, best gift ever. So I'm a blanket giver, and I went looking for a birthday gift and happened upon these this week when I'm filming this, when this video posts. So if you see this video later, this is December of 2023, kind of after Christmas. So if you see this video later, it's definitely great information to be scouring the TJMaxx while you just happen to be there. But if you live near a TJMaxx this week, run and take a look at their frames. I would consider these as nice as some of the custom frames that I have gotten framed in my house, and I've gotten a bunch of them in the past couple years because I've saved up the money and been able to do that. And I love some of the art that I've collected and made, and so I made that investment. But those are on the small frame size about $250, custom framed with the pretty mat and everything. And on the larger framed size, you know, they're anywhere from $400 to $500. And if you look at my studio tour, there is some custom framing hanging on the wall to the right of where I'm sitting. This is one of those pieces because I had a lot of my photography framed also. But you can see, you know, it's not super fancy. It's got the pretty framing around it, and the frame underneath it, practically just as beautiful. This was a lot more expensive than this. And so I was like, holy cow, I need to hop on this deal. So this was a 12 by 12 for an 8 by 8, $15. $15! And this is the exact piece in my mind that I thought that I wanted to go in here. So I thought real quick I would frame this and we would take a look at it, and then we would also, I will then show you the other pieces that I bought. And I love that these have the corners on it, because if anybody's going to tear up something, it's going to be me. $15 though. This is so gorgeous, and can't you see that framed in that? I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I like that these already come with mats. And oh, if I'd pulled that from the back, I might have got that out. Look at that. All right, now we know. And what I like about these is they're ready for easy framing. They're already set up. I'll come back later and get these staples out. But they're already set up for you to easily frame something yourself. And so I really like that about pre-made frames. Whereas with the custom framing, you're going to have the dust cover on the back. Like this is the back of that frame. And that's really beautifully framed. And so totally worth all the money that you might spend on that piece. But when you have, say, Christmas gifts you want to give, or things that you want to frame for a gallery wall in your house, which I like gallery walls, so I have put a gallery wall in every room that I could put it in. This is going to be stuff for a new gallery wall. I don't know where yet, but let me tell you, we're going to do it. We are going to do it. All right, so this is up. So we just need to decide, and because I'm framing this is like one of my favorite pieces. Okay, I think, oh no, which way is up? Because you should sign it whichever way. Do we feel like this is up? I feel like this might be up. Whichever way is up, you need to tell yourself, or if you take it to get it custom framed, sign it on whichever way is supposed to go, because on abstract art, no matter what you're thinking, the framer's thinking, you're going to be thinking something completely different, and you need to be on the same page of which direction really is the right direction. So I am going to use artist tape. You usually want to use an archival acid-free tape. And I'm going to tape this in, and we're going to view this from the front side and get it positioned exactly right so that we got, oh, look at that. And I can see that the paper is a different color than the mat. I don't even care. For $15, oop, I think I just moved that slightly. Hopefully I got it. We'll have to look at it again. For $15, it is what it is. If you go to the custom framer, they can custom do these mats for you. Okay, let's see. Did we get it? Let's see if we got it where we wanted it. And then I will stick these back down. Slightly off, so let me go up just a hair. It's easier when you're not filming this for other people. I want to go up just a hair. And you can get semi-custom frames from Frame Destinations, which I've done that too. I've framed a bunch of stuff from Frame Destinations. Okay, let me check it. Yes, that's where I want it. Where you can get the size of framing cut for you and everything also. But I love that these were pre-made. The frame is beautiful. I can quickly frame a piece of art that I recently created, and I can hang these in a gallery wall in my house and be very happy about it. And I do have a little bit of gold that has come down here. So usually what I'll do is I'll clean the glass, I'll set each piece in, and then I will clean the glass again with a microfiber cloth to make sure I've got everything off. But look how pretty that is. And so I'll probably take it out, clean off any art speckles that I had or anything from shipping that it might have got into it, clean it with a microfiber cloth, and then we're basically done. And that would be a really beautiful gift, or a piece hanging on a gallery wall or something in my house. And I want you to run to TJMaxx and see if they've got some of these beautiful frames. So I'm going to just kind of show you, this one was $15 for 8x8. I'm just going to show you the little range of frames that I got real quick so that you can just kind of ooh and ah with me. Like, look at that one. So beautiful. And that one's for like an 8x10. This one, oh, look at that frame. So gorgeous. Okay, let me try to set these down as I'm pulling them out, because I already discovered when I started I couldn't fit them all on the table at the same time. Look at that one. That frame is so beautiful. Look at the details there on that frame. And that one was $15. The other one I just showed you was $12.99, and that other one was $14.99. So you can see we're kind of on a $9.99. This one's $12.99. We're on kind of like a $9.90, and it's pretty gold. Look at that. So pretty. They come with the mat already in it. I love that. But most of these range from $9.99. This was $9.99. And that one's more of a wood with that pretty little gold ledge, and it's got the thicker mat. I really like this one a lot. Also got a little clear one where you could do like a little piece of art and then set it up, because it's got like a little thing on the back to let it sit. So that was super fancy, and it just kind of opens up. That could be easy to change out little pieces that you want to display and then change out. I loved that one. $6.99. So yeah, I mean, not every store is going to have these. Here's that similar to what I just framed, but I got a couple different edge options. Look how pretty that frame is. $14.99. So you're not going to have the exact same options at every TJMaxx, and you might not have these options at your TJMaxx, but if you do, this one's $9.99. Hated not to show you how many options and how pretty these are, so that you could run and get a couple yourself. Here's another one for an 8x8, because I tried to get 3 different frames for those to frame out that. I usually cut like a 9x9 piece of paper, because the paper is like 9x12, and then I'll end up with, you know, a 3-inch stripe on the end that I could use for scrap paper, but then I'll have, you know, a pretty 9x9 piece of art that's taped off so it has an edge, so it goes right in the 8x8 perfectly. So yeah, I can't even tell you how excited I was when I saw those. And I store these in little art sleeves, and if they've got oil pastel on them, I just put a piece of deli paper, that wax paper, I just put that on top so that hopefully I'm not ruining the piece of art as I take them in and out of a sleeve, which I try not to take them in and out of a sleeve, but sometimes I got to show them. Look how pretty that is with that kind of black bead on there on that frame. And then I got just a regular, and then that one was $9.99. And this one was $9.99, and this is a traditional gallery frame. And you know, I used to get pretty gallery frames like this at Target, but they were more like $30 or $40. You're never going to find it for $10 again. So if you live near, oh, I don't know if I showed this one. Did I show this one? It was $10. Gold, pretty gold frame. You're never going to find this deal again. So if you live near TJMaxx, and it really is just good just to kind of look in at TJMaxx every once in a while and see what options that they have in their frame department. But these, they must have got like a big stash of stuff come in for, say, the holidays. This was totally worth a stop by the TJMaxx to get these beautiful frame things. Even if you got the frame you loved and you changed out the mat and then you put your piece of art in it, say you wanted a black mat, or maybe for this you wanted an orange mat or a gold mat or one of these colors in here so that it wasn't white on white. You could buy a piece of mat way cheaper than you can buy the whole thing framed. So it's worth it just to get the frame for $10 with the glass and change the mat out if you needed to. I mean, there's so many options here that I didn't want you to miss out. Totally worth the look. You might not have them at yours, but if you get lucky, maybe there's a few. And if you get really lucky, maybe there's all these, because I filled some new gallery walls in my house and now I have lots of options, different pieces of art that I make. And then you know what size frames you have for a piece of art, and you might cut your paper and create for that size too, instead of just creating a random size like I generally do. You could create specifically for a frame that you have. So always a fun option. And somebody mentioned too that they're always hunting the thrift stores for good frames, and the odd sizes that I cut stuff in some of the videos don't fit those thrift store frames. But if you're frame hunting, you know, get frames in the best price that you can, and then make the pieces of art for the frames that you got. You know, I'm not thinking of framing when I'm creating random pieces of art in our practice pieces that we do here on YouTube. You can be a little more purposeful when you're creating, and if you know you've got a frame that'll fit an 8x8 piece of art, then cut that page 9x9 and you've got a piece that's going to have a frame all ready for it when you're done. So I didn't want you to miss on this. This was just a random extra video this week because I just went and found these yesterday, and I wanted you to have the chance to go look just in case they've got some of these at your local TJ Maxx or Home Goods. All right, so I will see you next time.